Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us for our presentation of your Canadian work and learning experience. My name is Toby. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm part of the Central Student Recruitment Team here at McMaster. Our office helps students pursuing their first year of undergraduate studies, so please don't be shy to connect with us. If you need any support, we're here to help. As you can see on the screen, there's some ways to contact us there, but I'll go over them again at the end of the webinar. If you're looking to transfer into McMaster University from another university, you are a mature student, or you're interested in graduate studies, we're happy to direct you to those respective offices. Just let us know. I'd like to first begin by acknowledging that McMaster University is located on the traditional territories of the Mississauga and Haudenosaunee nations. Those who live, study, and work here are responsible to care for the land and share its resources with each other peacefully, as is laid out in the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement with the Indigenous people of this land. McMaster seeks a new relationship with the Indigenous people of this land based on deep respect and honor, and it is important for those who join our community to understand this. For today's session on working and learning in Canada, our goal is to share how you can gain hands-on learning through your McMaster education and time in Canada. We'll begin by exploring what Canada has to offer before focusing on what those offerings look like at McMaster specifically. We will also color the Work While You Study program before diving deeper into the different faculties and what they specifically have to offer. When considering Canada to study, you can rely on the following. You have the option to work during your time at university. International students are able to work both during the school year and outside of the school year. During the school year, international students can work up to 24 hours a week based on your study permit. And during the 4-month summer, international students can then work full time. There are plenty of job opportunities at or around McMaster's campus. You could work in the David Braley Athletics Center, which is the largest employer of McMaster students on campus. McMaster also neighbors a small village with tons of cute businesses and restaurants if you wanted to work off campus. Plus, with a free transit pass for Hamilton, you can even look for work downtown. Canadian universities combined offer over 3,000 co-op programs. That is not including work placements and internships. International students can also experience this with the variety of um, experiential learning that's offered within the individual programs as well, which we'll be diving into further in the presentation. Canada has the Postgraduation Work Permit, or PGWP. The PGWP allows international students to gain professional work experience in Canada upon graduation from an eligible institution, which McMaster is. Additionally, Canada is a young, diverse country that is one of the safest countries in the world based on war and peace, personal security, and national disaster risk. Folks from a variety of ethnic, cultural, and religions call Canada home. Speaking a little bit more on Hamilton, which is the home for McMaster University, Hamilton is known as the waterfall capital of the world with 100 or more than 100 waterfalls per capita. We're the fifth largest city on Ontario, Canada, so there are tons of job opportunities. And we have about a population of 793,000. Additionally, we're about 45 minutes from Toronto and Niagara Falls, so we're centrally located. In terms of why McMaster, you can rely on community support and safety, both through our faculty, our students, and also the campus itself. We have about 32,000 or more students from over 125 countries, so McMaster does kind of embody the diversity that Canada boasts about. Around our property, we have about 377 acres of scenic property. So if you wanted to go for hikes in between shifts at work or going into labs, that's definitely a possibility. And our campus itself is about 30 acres of beautiful, centrally located and a safe campus. And from end to end, it means that it's about a 10-minute walk across our pedestrian and cyclist-friendly campus. Now, McMaster University is number one in student services based on Maclean's University Rankings 2024. And you can see and experience these services yourself with some of the career supports we'll be touching on in a couple of minutes. We're also the second most research-intensive university in Canada, meaning that should you want experiential learning through research, this is going to be the right place for you. Canada is also number four in Canada as per Times Higher Education World University Rankings. So you know that the caliber of our placements will be up there. And out of just over 2,000 universities, McMaster University ranked 116 out of Times Higher Education World University Rankings 2025. Now we're going to jump into the core of our presentation. We're beginning with the McMaster Work Program. This program gives students who demonstrate financial need opportunities to work on campus part-time, which is a max of about 10 hours per week, during the fall or winter terms, and also part or full-time, max 35 to 40 hours per week over the summer. There are more than 1,250 jobs available with more than 100 different departments or offices. Positions range from administrative support and customer service to athletic coordinators to research support. The student work program is available for international students after their first year is completed. McMaster also has our International Student Work Opportunity Program. This is a one-time funding opportunity for international students to gain Canadian work experience. Some of the key eligibility requirements include having no prior work in Canada or volunteering experience and uploading a current resume during the application process. The International Student Work Opportunities Program is applied to through AwardSpring. Yes, that is the same platform you apply to scholarships as a high school student, and it will be the same spot you can apply for this student work program as well. You will search International Student Work Opportunity in the search bar of AwardSpring to start the application process. Now, this is going back to ranking number one in student services. Our Student Success Center has a variety of supports to help you with your career. There are seasonal career fairs where you can meet and learn about companies while also sharing your experiences, skills, and qualifications with possible employers. There is also a mock career fair for international students to prepare for the real thing. The career counselors will help coach you in your job search and further education options. They will help you narrow down the numerous career options and guide you where you may need to go. The team will help with providing objective feedback on your application materials. You can develop a clear and concise resume with the assistance of the second opinion. You could even have support on developing a LinkedIn profile. The Student Success Center also has interview prep, which includes some do's and don'ts for interviews, tips, and even an interview practice tool. Now, while we go forward, we'll be speaking about experiential learning. Experiential learning gives you the opportunity to learn beyond the classroom. You can apply what you are learning in the classroom to a real work environment. You can also utilize experiential learning for professional development, where you can gain practical experience by developing a network of professional contacts. Become more competitive for employment post-graduation by explaining the professional development that you have through your experiential learning opportunities. Additionally, it is also just an opportunity for personal exploration. You can ease your transition from school into the workplace. You can explore a variety of career options prior to making a commitment, and then it provides the opportunity for personal growth. What we're going to be diving into next is our co-op internship and placements that are going to be specific to individual faculties. Typically, they're about 4 to 16 months of practical work experience. They can connect you to employers prior to graduation, and it allows you to utilize the faculty-driven support and services that are offered per faculty for any additional needs you have for your co-op internship and placement. Keep in mind that sometimes these do extend your degree to 5 years if you're in a 4-year program, or 6 years if you're in a 5-year program. The Faculty of Engineering has a co-op option, which is the second largest co-op program in Ontario, Canada. With over 4,700 co-op work terms completed by nearly 3,000 undergraduates and graduate students in 2023 and 2024. The co-op structure is optional and flexible. At the time of application at the Ontario University's Application Centre, you can opt in or out of the co-op placement, and you can also do that during your time at university. It's flexible because you can choose to do 4, 8, 12, or even 16-month-long work terms. Some of the previous employers include CIBC, John Deere, Stem Cells Technology, Chrysler, or DeFasco. And in 2023-2024, the average hourly wage for the Faculty of Engineering co-op students was about $25 per hour. The wage range for students was between minimum wage at the time and $63 per hour. Onto the DeGroote School of Business, which houses both business and the Integrated Business and Humanities Program, or IBH. The DeGroote School of Business offers an internship. This is available in your 3rd year or level 3, and it's also open to international students. It's going to be about 12 to 16 months in length and extends that degree to about 5 years. The average salary is approximately $43,800 per year. And when you complete the internship program for either business or IPH, you would be eligible to apply for an accelerated 8-month MBA program. This means in 6 years, you're graduating with your Bachelor of Commerce, a year of experience in any networking you do, and your MBA. Some of the previous employers include Hamilton Health Sciences, Deloitte, Dyson, Geotab, or even Laurentian Bank. The Faculty of Humanities also offers an internship. The typical wages range from minimum wage up to $24 per hour. You can do a part-time or a full-time internship. Work terms are also flexible, being 4, 8, 12, or 16 consecutive months. And you can also choose when your work term begins in either September, January, or May. Placement examples include research-based projects, which, as a second most research-intensive university in Canada, that makes total sense. You could be placed in law firms, theater productions, museum placements, or even school placements as well. Our Faculty of Social Sciences has both co-op and internship, but we'll speak on internship first. You can receive up to $25 per hour, and the internship placement is noted on your official student transcript. That way you can kind of brag if you're going for further education and let the people know that you've done your internship. You can also do part-time or full-time, and you have the flexibility of 4, 8, 12, or 16 consecutive months work terms. Now, we have some new co-op programs in the Faculty of Social Sciences, including Economics Co-op, Political Science Co-op, and Work and Labor Studies Co-op. You can receive 12 months of paid work opportunities. And the co-op program also includes career development support courses and job coaching. Potential opportunities include human resources, a financial analyst, public research, or even a research student as well. The Faculty of Science has solely co-op. You can enter co-op in level 3. Enrollment is limited and by selection. Positions are located across Canada, with the majority being in the Greater Toronto Area or the GTA. Complete a total of 3 work terms and 3 academic terms to complete the co-op, and keep in mind that a work term is 4 months in length. Hourly wage ranges from minimum wage up to $22.28 as of 2023. Now, about a third of the second year programs for the Faculty of Science do have co-op options, and some of those include actuarial and financial mathematics, biochemistry, chemical biology, earth and environmental sciences. And I know as one of our viewers was asking if life sciences specifically had a co-op option, and yes, they do. Now we're going to talk about our first clinical placement within the nursing. Something to keep in mind is that for clinical placements, they typically are required for you to graduate from your specific program. Because it is part of the curriculum, it is not going to be a paid opportunity. Now, for level one with our nursing, you'll be able to develop nursing skills for clinical practice in the Center for Simulation-Based Learning. This means you can become comfortable wielding a needle prior to having any real patients face to face. Level 2 to level 4, you'll be gaining knowledge and skills through direct patient care in both hospital and community settings. And please note that in level 4, students can actually select a placement in a Canadian outpost, northern, or even international settings. The hours per week increase per year that you're at McMaster. So in first year, you'll be having 4 hours in the experiential learning labs. In second year, there's 2 hours in experiential learning labs, 8 hours in placement. Level 3 will be 12 hours in placement. Level 4 will be 24 to 36 hours in placement, so essentially full time. Potential clinical placements include caring for children and adults in acute care, medical or surgical settings, maternity ward, mental health ward, public health, such as a visiting nurse, and you could also be working with social and public health services. Another clinical placement we have is within the medical radiation science program. It is a full-time experiential learning course in one of our affiliated clinical facilities located throughout Ontario. Completion of a placement does sometimes require relocation to a city outside of Hamilton, so that's something else to keep in mind. There are 3 clinical practicums. Clinical practicum 1 is 13 weeks in length, and clinical practicum 2 and 3 are going to be 16 weeks in length. Hands-on experience will be gained in this through performing clinical procedures under the supervision of qualified professionals. Some of the potential clinical placements could be community and teaching hospitals, cancer centers, or even a physician's office. Now, if your program or your faculty was not listed in those, there are tons of other ways that you can experience experiential learning opportunities. You can join an applied placement course where you can apply new academic skills to community, volunteer, or even professional positions. And it's an introduction to a variety of career options, which is especially helpful if you're not quite sure where you want to go after your degree. There's also field courses for certain programs where you practice hands-on techniques in an outdoor lab setting under faculty member supervision. Independent research project courses allow you to work on a research project independently under faculty supervision, and you can experience research settings, hand-on learning, networking with professors, and even networking with the scientific community at large. Research practicum courses explore prospective research projects, conduct research in a wide range of scientific lab and field settings as managed by your faculty supervisor. Thesis courses allow you to do inquiry-based courses conducting original research independently under a faculty member, and you can even present this research in the form of a thesis report. Sometimes these are continued into post-graduation courses as well. Now, while this was our last webinar in our global webinar series, all the recordings are available on our website. If you scan the QR code on the screen, you can learn what topics the webinars covered, and you can use the link to visit our YouTube channel to watch the recording. I also want to highlight that the immigration team at the International and Exchange Student Experience Team, or IESE, are continuously hosting study permit webinars. Nicole can also provide the link to that within the chat. And as mentioned at the top, there are a variety of ways to connect with our recruitment team. We have a virtual tour available on our website for you to experience and learn about the campus. You can speak with one of our recruitment officers directly through our live chat on our website or by emailing international@mcmaster.ca if you're studying outside of Canada, or liaison@mcmaster.ca if you're studying within Canada. We also have a newsletter, which is essentially going to be reminding you of a variety of events happening, of deadlines that might be coming up, anything that's kind of important like that. And if you wanted to sign up for that newsletter, you can scan the QR code there. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. Again, it's more so for some fun updates, some information sharing that you may find useful on your education journey. We're on YouTube, as I mentioned on the previous slide, and we also have a Discord server as well for the each incoming class. So if you're looking to apply for fall 2026, you're definitely welcome to join to speak to current students and also McMaster staff as well. Should you be traveling to Canada around the first week of May, we do have our May at Mac open house. That is going to be hosted on May 9th. And with that, we are coming to the end of our presentation. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's greatly appreciated that you took the time to come out and learn a little bit more about McMaster. Again, should you have questions, please feel free to contact us. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your time zone, be it morning, day, evening, or night.